Hey everyone, Bendiel Swansong here. In this video, I wanted to examine something new in the world of Dragoon. What's happened is, there was a slight change with patch 3.5 to the way that buffs are applied. Instead of needing the full animation for a Fang and Claw or Wheeling Thrust attack to complete in order for us to gain 15 seconds on our Blood of the Dragon timer, the timer increases as soon as the button press registers and the animation begins. This can be used to our advantage to achieve an increased Geirskogul output, assuming that we have perfect uptime on the enemy, an excellent connection, and at least 600 skill speed. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. This is going to give us an increased Geirskogul output of 3.5 Geirskoguls per minute. Let's check it out. So here my opener is a little different. It's Battle Litany and Blood for Blood, a potion, Internal Release and Blood of the Dragon, Leg Sweep and Power Surge, Jump, Spine Shatter Dive, Dragon Fire Dive, then Geirskogul and Life Surge. Now, the reason that I've adjusted the opener here is because it's essential for Blood of the Dragon to be activated right before the first Chaos Thrust. If we do not do that, we cannot apply this technique, and we're losing Geirskogul output. So this very slightly weaker opener should be worth it in the long run for fights where we have a ton of uptime, and therefore this technique can be used. Now this next moment is really where the magic happens in terms of this technique. When I reach my upcoming 4th combo hit towards the end of my Blood of the Dragon cycle, I'm going to have 22 seconds on my Blood of the Dragon timer. I'm pushing out another Geirskogul at this moment, but instead of transitioning into the next Blood of the Dragon as that comes off the cooldown, I'm actually going to reach the subsequent 4th combo hit on the merits of how much timer I have left. Then I can use another Geirskogul before transitioning into the next Blood of the Dragon cycle. This is where the increased output is coming from, and therefore the increased damage. Let's make a couple of closing notes here about this technique. For one, again, I really want to emphasize that this is only applicable in cases in which you have a lot of uptime, so its use value is a little bit limited. There are some fights where I find that it can be used, for instance, a 9 Savage certainly, a 12 Savage in some parts, a 11 Savage in the ending phase, depending on your luck, but it's not something that we're always going to be able to use. It's also worth pointing out that in the event that you do have some unexpected downtime, it's pretty easy to transition from trying to get 3.5 Geirskoguls per minute to walking back towards our typical 3 Geirskoguls per minute, as long as that downtime doesn't occur in the crucial 40 to 60 second window of our Blood of the Dragon cycle. Another thing to keep in mind is that skill speed does start to mess with TP in this range. The timing becomes very tight. I find that it's manageable, as you can see in this video, if you have about 625 skill speed. Anything in the high 600s, in my opinion, or certainly in the 700s, starts to get a little bit ugly and unmanageable. Finally, be aware that achieving 3.5 Geirskoguls per minute with this technique does prevent us from getting 2 Geirskoguls per Blood for Blood, in the way that I've recommended and others have recommended in the past. However, this added Geirskogul output should be superior in terms of damage. This concludes my discussion of how to land 3.5 Geirskoguls per minute, thanks to the changes with patch 3.5. I hope that you found this helpful.